Here we go, here we go. Feels good to have some Kingdom Hearts back on this channel. I was missing it. Hello everybody, my name is Dan and welcome to Story Mode, Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. This is part of an ongoing series in which we play all of the Kingdom Hearts games in order of release, with an emphasis on their stories in preparation for Kingdom Hearts 3, even though I know Kingdom Hearts 3 is definitely going to come out before I'm done doing all these recordings, but whatever. This is what we're doing, all the same. So, 358 over 2 days is actually one of my personal favorite stories in the Kingdom Hearts series, and so we are going to actually go about this a little differently than some of you might expect, but let's just go ahead and get started and I will explain on the way. Here we go!
Pitiful, heartless, mindlessly collecting hearts. The rage of the Keyblade releases those hearts. They gather in darkness, masterless and free, until they weave together to make Kingdom Hearts. And when that time comes, we can truly, finally exist.
Roxas, are you really sure that you don't have a heart?
I don't know. I can't just look inside. But I figure, if there is something in there, inside us, then we'd feel it, wouldn't we?
True enough.
Oh.
Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days was a spin-off, sort of, Kingdom Hearts title that was released on the Nintendo DS not too long after Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, and it was fine. It played very similarly to a standard Kingdom Hearts game, somewhat streamlined and simplified since there were fewer buttons on the DS. And they gave it a bit more of a mission-based structure. Like, they broke the gameplay kind of down into bite-sized chunks to better fit the handheld format. And as a game, it was alright. When they later made the HD remix compilations of the Kingdom Hearts games, the 358 over 2 days was included, but not in its complete form. What they did was take a lot of the most significant story cutscenes from the game, gave those the HD remaster treatment, and just kind of bundled them together as a movie that you could sit and watch in a few hours, rather than play through the whole original game. And in some ways, that's kind of nice, because the mission-based structure of 358 over 2 days in its original form, while a good idea in a lot of ways, did tend to get very repetitive and kind of tedious feeling as you went on. So being able to experience the story in a more condensed form is actually kind of great. On the other hand, there is a lot of stuff that got lost in the transition. There are lots of character interactions and little dialogue scenes that you miss. The Organization 13 members get fleshed out in some nice ways that the movie version of this game just doesn't quite capture. So, since I like 358 over 2 days quite a lot, or the story of it anyway, I thought we would do something a little special this time. We are going to watch the cinematic version of 358 over 2 days that was included in the HD remix compilations, but in between all of those cutscenes, I am going to edit back in story and dialogue scenes from the original DS game that did not get the remaster treatment, which will hopefully allow us to get a much more complete feeling of the 358 over 2 days story experience and help to bring back a lot of the context that the movie version of this game ended up sort of losing. Now, this is important. The enhanced story mode playthrough version of this game that we are about to do would not be possible without Cyberman 65. Cyberman 65 recorded a full playthrough of the original DS version of this game on their channel, which you can check out here. If you are interested in watching a more complete playthrough of this game, if you want to see like all of the gameplay stuff, how all of the mechanics and systems work, and actually see the full game beginning to end, then rather than watching this playthrough, I recommend you go and watch theirs. Again, you can find it, the link up there in the corner. And in fact, even if you are going to stay here and watch this story mode playthrough with me, do me a favor and click on that link anyway and go and give some of those videos some likes, because this enhanced story mode watch through of 358 over 2 days would not be possible without the excellent quality Nintendo DS footage that Cyberman 65 recorded of this game. So full credit and many, many thanks to them. Anyway, with all of that out of the way, I very much hope you all enjoy this slightly enhanced experience of this particular, I think, slightly underappreciated Kingdom Hearts story.
The day we met, when you got your new name, you and I sat right here just like this and watched the sunset. You're early.
No, you're just late. Today makes 255.
What's that about?
It's been that many days since I first joined the organization. Man, time flies.
So, you got the number memorized, do you?
Yeah. Have to hang on to something, right? It's not like I have memories from before the organization. Don't you remember? I acted like a zombie.
Right. That first week, you could barely form a sentence. But come on, you're still kind of a zombie.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, Roxas. Bet you don't know why the sun sets red. You see, light is made up of lots of colors. And out of all those colors, red is the one that travels the farthest.
Like I asked, know-it-all. Seriously, where is she?
Y'all get ready for a game of feels.
The destiny that is about to unfold actually started when we first met, on the 7th day after I came here.
So yeah, as you can see, this game is all about kind of counting up through the days of Roxas's time in Organization 13. We have a lot of days left to go. Ah, those good Nintendo DS graphics. Although, credit to them. Like, for the Nintendo DS 3D, this is pretty good.
Hmm?
It wasn't a powerhouse. Hey, Roxas. Something I can help you with there, Chatterbox? Oh, I remember now. We were supposed to convene in the round room today. Blech, meetings. Round room? Yep, apparently the boss man's got some big news. Want to head over there now? Alrighty then, follow me.
Good tidings, friends. Today is a momentous day. I am pleased to announce that a new comrade has been chosen to wear the coat. Number 14. Let us all welcome one of the Keyblades chosen.
For the 7 days since my arrival, the name Roxas and the number 13 were all I had. Who the people around me were, what they wanted, or what they were trying to do, I had no idea.
Roxas, your work begins today. I will issue missions which the organization expects you to carry out. Think of these early missions as exercises. You still have much to learn before we put you to a real test. Axel will be joining you your first time out. Isn't that right, Axel?
Oh boy.
Oh boy. What are you making me the kid's mentor now? Surely you don't mind showing Roxas here the ropes? Roxas, come see me when you're ready to go. Well, you heard the man. Starting today, I'm your babysitter. Sheesh, quit acting like a zombie and let's get this show on the road. Are you ready to go?
Teach him well, Axel.
Don't worry. I'll be sure he makes the grade. Roxas, let's go. What's wrong? You worried about the new kid? What was that name again?
Number 14, Shion.
Right. I knew that.
Shion.
Got it memorized, Roxas?
Yeah,
Yeah? How about my name then?
Axel.
And how about our boss's name, huh?
Zemnis.
No way you're gonna forget his name, right? Let's go.
One thing I love about this game in particular is that it adds a lot more context to everything you see in Kingdom Hearts 2. And in some lovely ways. Even if you know where all of this story is going, I find the journey there to still be, like, really solid. Ah, still that good Twilight Town music. Alright, let's start by talking about what we do on missions. Missions are, they're, you know, You know what? Talking's dumb. Let's just go ahead and get our hands dirty, shall we? Follow me. There you go. Good job. Thanks. But don't go thinking you can just run and jump your way through every mission. You gotta be aware. What do you mean? You have to look around. Sometimes what you're after is sitting right under your nose. Got it memorized? Yeah, I think so. Alright then, time for a road test. There's a treasure chest somewhere in these passages. I want you to find it. That's all I have to do? I know, don't hurt yourself. Anyway, remember to look around. Camera tutorials. Axel, what's this? A barricade. Means you're not supposed to go this way. You mean there's nothing down there? Yeah, that's the gist of it. They're set up to keep us on task. That or out of trouble. I mean, hello, look at it. Big menacing X? I'll take the beaten path, thanks. We found it! Is this the chest? Sure is. Well done. What are you waiting for? The mission was to find the chest. Aren't I done? Roxas, there's this thing about chests. They have stuff in them. So I should open the chest? Yes, that is generally what we do. We did it. This is weird. Kind of watching through and not actually playing. Good work. You can keep what you found. All right, time to RTC. RTC? Return to the castle. Go ahead, lead the way back to the dark corridor that brought us here. Y'all have no idea how much gameplay time we're cutting out of this. Bravo! So, what do you think? Got the hang of this mission business? Uh-huh. I'm sorry, speak up. Couldn't quite catch that. I said... I could have done that blindfolded. I don't know if I want a blindfolded zombie on the loose. Alright, smart Alec, you did good. And no successful missions complete without a little icing on the cake. Come on. But don't we have to RTC? Later. Don't you remember our hangout?
The icing on the cake. You remember what this ice cream is called?
It's,
Sea salt ice cream. I already told you before. Get it memorized.
it's salty. But sweet.
Roxas, you said the same exact thing the other day.
I did? I don't remember.
So what has it been? A week since you joined the organization?
I guess it has.
You guess it has? Come on, you must remember that much. Well, here you are, finally out in the field working for the organization, right?
For the organization.
You might even say that today is where it all really begins for you.
Where it all begins. As a member of the organization, I'll be receiving missions every day. But I'm still not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do.
Day 9. Got a long way to go. Hey! Roxas, today you will be working with Marluxia. Come see me when you are ready. Well, there you have it. Welcome to the fold, Roxas. So, like, it's stuff like this that the movie version of the story cuts out entirely. And you do kind of miss some stuff. Roxas, was it? I never properly introduced myself. I am Marluxia, number 11. Okay, so what do I have to do today? Today, your job is to collect hearts. How do I do that? Roxas, could you summon your Keyblade for me? Well, sure, alright. Lucky number 13. At last, a chosen wielder of the Keyblade amongst our ranks. Whoa, what are those? Nothing to be feared. So, Roxas, shall we put that power of yours to a little test? Use your Keyblade and defeat those Heartless. And so Roxas did. Done. Good. Those Heartless are called Shadows. But what are Heartless? Dark creatures who roam about searching for hearts. They come in two larger varieties. The ones you just defeated are known as purebloods. Purebloods don't release any hearts when you defeat them. In other words, don't bother with them. Your mission is to collect hearts after all. The other variety is right over there. Forget about the shadows. Take these out, Roxas. They are your real targets. So yeah, like combat looks about the same, right? Those were what we call emblem Heartless. Why are they so special? Did you notice? Hearts appeared when you defeated them. Right. Your job is to collect those hearts. Is there any trick to it? None. So long as the Heartless are felled by your weapon, the Keyblade, the hearts will be captured. I see. And what happens to the hearts I collect? They'll be gathered as one and create an almighty force known as Kingdom Hearts. Which is good, right? Completing Kingdom Hearts is the organization's primary objective. And to do that, we need all the hearts we can possibly find. So that's what the organization does? Collect hearts? Actually, you are the first of us to accomplish it. Wait, then... The rest of us can defeat Heartless, but we have no way of collecting the hearts they release. Eventually, the hearts will turn right back into Heartless. You see then how special you are. Huh. With power like yours? Here come more of them. Each one is a gift, Roxas. Squeeze every last heart out of them. Oh, there's gonna be a voiceover showcase of one. Excellent, Roxas. Your work today is done. I'm amazed. That Keyblade, the things that could be done with that sort of power. I have high hopes for you, Roxas, as do we all. Defeat the Heartless and help the organization reach our noble goal. Alright. Shall we RTC then? RTC is a silly term.
The organization defeats the Heartless in order to collect hearts and complete Kingdom Hearts. but I don't know what that is, or what it does. I don't even know what a heart is.
Oh, you see how much flavor gets missed in the movie version? It's not like it's crucial flavor, but it's interesting. Good morning, Roxas. I shall be joining you on your mission today. Take care of what you need to, and then check in with Sykes. I'm all ready to go. I'm gonna need to figure out how to make these guys sound different. Your mission today is to eliminate a set quantity of Heartless. The organization may call upon you to meet other objectives, perform recon, for example. But regardless of the task you've been given, your primary orders still hold. You and that Keyblade of yours serve us best by collecting hearts. So even if I'm given another job, I should keep taking out Heartless while I do it? Correct. Today, however, the two happily coincide. And thus many Heartless were swatted with keys and books. All done. I defeated the number of Heartless you said. Now we get to RTC, right? Leave already? I, for one, would apply myself a bit more. But Yes, you did as you were asked. Mission accomplished, but... As you can plainly see, there are still Heartless wandering about. You don't have to eliminate them all. It's your choice. Just like I don't have to respect you for slinking back to the castle while there's still work to be done. And if that doesn't matter to you, just remember, the organization rewards those who make the extra effort. Much better. I trust you'll exhibit equal diligence in your missions going forward. All right. Now that the mission is over, do you have any questions? Yeah, just what is Kingdom Hearts? Marluxia said it was some kind of force. Yes? And when I defeat the Heartless, those hearts pop out and become part of Kingdom Hearts, right? But, like, what's the point? Kingdom Hearts will complete us. That's the organization's goal. Complete us? Complete us how? Roxas, you and I and all the organization's members are what we call nobodies. Well, that's not very nice. With a capital N, it's a name for those of us who are missing a vital piece of who we are, our hearts. I don't have a heart? Correct. Like all of us, you entered the world without one. But you can help us get them. Kingdom Hearts is made of the very things we lack, a multitude of hearts. It has the power to complete us. Are you starting to see why you're so important? Each of us has a vital role in the organization. Yours is collecting hearts. Yeah, I get it. Well, I just hope we can count on you to get it done. Any more questions? No. Sorry. Then we should be getting back. Come on.
Nobodies don't exist. We in the organization were born without hearts. So, if we don't have hearts, does that mean we don't exist?
These first few days are much, much more full of dialogue and sort of like early exposition. Things do start moving a little quicker once you get out of these early couple hours. Roxas, Larxene will be your partner today. Larxene, right. She already left. Meet her on site. Oh, alright. This time we expect you to try out magic for a change, instead of relying solely on the Keyblade. Magic? I know magic? Only if you arm yourself with some before you leave for the mission. See me when you're ready. So yeah, in 358 over 2 days, magic and abilities like that are sort of equipped in a different way than in the other games. It's not super important for this, just letting you know. But yay, Larxene Day! There she is. Nice of you to show up. Hi. This is the worst. Whose idea was it to send me along on your stupid baby mission? Do I look like I run a nursery school? Let Demix handle this stuff. It's not like he's good at anything else. What? What? You got something to say? No. You'd be nothing without that Keyblade. Oh, I just got an idea. Uh-oh. You can do today's mission without your Keyblade. What? Why? Because I said so, that's why. Syx told you to practice magic today, didn't he? Well, sink or swim. Yeah, sink. I don't know how to use magic. Well, you're not gonna learn if you keep whipping around that oversized key. Yeah, but... Ah, perfect. There's a Heartless. Go on, take it out. And you have to use magic. I'll stand here and watch. Thanks. Oh, he does fine. What's he whining about? Ooh, here comes some more. Go on, wipe him out. At the speed you move, we'll be here all month. Go ahead, you can use your Keyblade this time. Wait, what happened to learning magic? Do you want to finish this awful mission or don't you? Just get to it. I do want to finish this awful mission. Well, since you asked so nicely. Oh, by the way, if you need to heal, do it yourself. I love her. Sheesh, about time. Worst mission ever. If you are our big shot Keyblade wielder, then we are in deep doo-doo. Her hair is not rendering right. Ugh, can't you even hold up your end of a conversation? You better pull it together or we'll never finish Kingdom Hearts. I'm trying, there's just so many games. Unless, of course, we put somebody else on Keyblade duty. What? You have somebody else? None of your beeswax. You just worry about defeating Heartless and collecting hearts for us. Maybe one day you'll be almost mediocre at it. Let's go, before you kill any more of my brain cells.
The Keyblade releases hearts. So why am I the only one who can wield such a thing? I'm learning all these things, but there's so much more that I don't get.
All right, I think that's going to do it for us today. I hope y'all are enjoying this. You folks, have yourselves a good one, and I will see you next time, tomorrow, for some more Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days story mode. Goodbye!